What's going on YouTube? Kronos here and welcome back to another PSO2 video. So today I wanted to talk about a bit of a mindset that I'm not sure everyone is caught on to, mostly with capsules. I feel like people might have had an idea about this, but with the current trend that Twitch has been following with streams and things of that sort, I feel like it's worth mentioning because it may not be something that's obvious to every single player. But before we jump into that, guys, if you're new to the channel, I'm Chrono, primarily PSO2 content. Would much appreciate a subscriber as we work our way towards that 10K mark. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. So what do I mean by a mindset? One thing that's very popular right now is farms, whether it be farming, Dreadkeeper, whether you're farming veterans for individual souls, whether you're farming, deafness, along with a bunch of other content creators. It's a very common thing, but a part of these farms, what I'm noticing is people talk a lot about the high-end capsules. How many of the high-end capsules did they get? Not everyone mentions capsules across the board, and I feel like it's not really being taken advantage of to the extent it possibly can be. Now, again, this is something that is more of just like a PSA to let you guys know this is available. Some people may not have realized it, but you may be sitting on a lot more money than you actually realize, or the potential to make a lot more money than you actually realize. But to explain that, I have to explain a little bit of what has changed moving into Cavaris. So near the end of the Redem region, we got an update to the Capsule Trade In. It allowed us to trade in capsules to the high-end souls and basically the high-end augments we really wanted. Some of the best augments in the entire game can be traded in for, which is awesome. It's definitely something that makes farming a lot better because beforehand, when you were farming the high-end capsules, if you got the low-end ones, they were basically useless. You couldn't do anything with them. All you could do was sell them, and eventually you just stacked up so many of them that you really didn't need them anymore. They dropped down to more or less 1K a piece. But moving into Cavaris, this remained. All of the new capsules that you could get are here to trade in with. So some of the best capsules in the game that we really want to put on our armor to get BIS setups are all available here. You got your Dreadkeeper 3s. All the Dominos are here, of course, because you need to trade in to make them in the first place. But things like Gigasmite 3, things like Alt Secreta 3, and then what we're going to talk about today, Deafness. Deafness is a very popular farm at the moment, so you're probably going to find that the amount of money you can make off of Deafness is not exactly fantastic. That's mostly why I feel okay about making this video, because realistically speaking, Deafness prices have gone down by a large amount, which is cool. That means that you guys are able to make your gear a lot easier, a lot better, because it was very expensive beforehand. Now, what am I talking about when I say you might have more money than you realize? Photon quartz and monatite, or just minerals in general. Minerals realistically are something that don't have a monetary value. Their value is tied to time. Every single day, all the minerals in the entire region, all 3 regions, reset and you can gather them again. Now, I will tell you, photon quartz is something you will never have enough of. Buddy Thrift made a video going over some hotspots to grab photon quartz. I think it's like upwards of 60 of them a day. I'm gonna leave a link to that in a pinned comment. So take a look at that. It's definitely worth grabbing because you really want to pick up your photon quartz every day if you're playing the game currently actively. Even if you're not playing the game actively, honestly, if you have the time, I'd recommend at least just running around doing like your minerals, like doing things like liking the lookbook and doing your daily free scratch, especially during this event where you can get 10 of them. It's worth at least getting that taken care of so that when you do come back to the game and you're having a good time, it's definitely worth getting all of that stuff. Like if you have all of that stuff stacked up and you don't feel like you're far behind, especially the mineral stuff. But back on topic, the minerals are definitely useful and you want to go towards them. My girlfriend Skulls actually is working on making an entire set of videos of doing just full-on mineral runs. So if you're someone who just happens to have extra time, maybe with your morning coffee, maybe with a donut, maybe with a newspaper, maybe while watching your favorite streamer over on Twitch. I'm talking about me, Twitch Prime. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, if you've not had time doing something else, you can run around and go gather your things. She's got a great video starting off with Alio, and of course the other ones will be popping up soon, so just keep an eye out for those. I'll leave those also in the linked comment, so I'll try to toss those in there as I see them, just all in that pinned comment in the video itself, so keep an eye out for that. Either way, when it comes down to it, it's all just time. Not really money, it's time. The money is the capsule that can actually be sold. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, if I didn't spend any money on this, it's not worth any money, right? Not true. Even if you don't spend any money on it, this means that your profit margin's not hit. It's still worth money. So something like Deafness, let's say they're worth, I don't know, 3K a piece or something like that. If making Deafness 3 capsules are selling for like, let's say 90K, those Deafness 2s, combining them into Deafness 3s is going to make you a large amount of money. Now, if you had to buy the Deafness 2s to then make the Deafness 3s, that's less money that you made because you've had to spend some money. Though it's still more money that you actually would have had overall. Versus if you farm them, that's even more money that you've made because you didn't spend any extra money, you just used them. Now, let's say the opposite's going on. Let's say that Deafness 3s are worth, I don't know, let's give a number like 60K, right? And then let's say Deafness 2s are worth 6K. Well, now you're spending money to actually create these. Deafness 2s, if you just sold them for 6K a piece, are worth the same thing Deafness 3s are without having to put in the photon quartz and the trinite to make them. So it's something to keep in mind that when you're getting a hold of these, it might be worth just selling the 2 capsule or combining it into the 3. It's definitely something to keep an eye out for, that you may have tons of these other capsules because you were only focused on the higher end capsule. Because, I mean, we think about the better one, right? We think about the Deafness 3, the Dreadkeeper 3s, the Frostal Soul 3s, the Deft Mites when you make them. We think about all these things, and we don't remember the lower end capsules. Well, I'd say the mid end capsules, the lower end capsules, unless you have tons and tons and tons of materials, it's not always the best idea to go ahead and combine for those. Because I played mainly one character on ship 2, and then my characters on ship 3, 4, and 1 just get the very bare minimum to, be decent and be able to do content, I've got a lot of materials on ship 2. So for me personally, it's not a big deal for me to combine. I've got tons of the stuff lying around. But that's not everyone. So decide based on how much you have available to yourself, whether or not you want to go ahead and combine upwards. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what to combine for, nor will I tell you what to actually look at on the market to sell, because as I tell you that, it's going to cause those prices to decrease, meaning it's not going to make you any money. And though I have no secrets to hide on my channel, I'm not going to go out of my way to make you guys lose money. Some of you guys might already be doing this yourselves. I don't want to make that difficult on you. So hopefully this helps you guys look in the right direction, but not mess with anyone's individual markets. Now, if you happen to figure these things out, by all means, go for it. I would actually love to hear if you guys figured out something that you can make money off of, personally, that you figured out just from this idea mindset. Definitely fantastic. But yeah, take a look at your capsules, guys. You might not realize you have access to a lot more money than is available here in front of you. That's pretty much it. I want to make this short. I don't want to make this like a super long video where we talk about a bunch of extra stuff. Just check your caps. It's not all about the high-end ones. Low-end ones might be worth it as well. If you guys have any questions, feel free to toss them in the comments below. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to keep up with more. I'll be doing a couple other videos talking about some market-related stuff in the next few days, so I'd recommend definitely keep an eye out on the channel. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Peace out.